Hi there, and welcome back to X-Wing Sweden. Sorry. This time it's the third round from the first player Tour Championship, X-Wing 2.0, Varberg, Sweden. And let's see here to the left we have Henrik, who is flying a scum list consisting of Fenrau with elusive for defensive rerolls, Lander Calrissian in the escape craft with a tactical officer for turning the red coordinate action into white. Dalen Oberus in the Kimogila fighter with saturation salvo, proton torpedoes, and the R2 astromech. Dalen's ability, if you don't know if he can take a shield from someone in his what's it called? In his bullseye arc, take one shield from an enemy and recover it for himself. I think he has 2 uses out of that. And the R2 astromech turns all his 1 and 2 basic maneuvers into one easier, so they make the white ones blue and the red ones white. And then he has Sunny Bander in the Seek, and Sunny's ability is if you roll the same symbol, so you add one of them as well after a reroll, I believe it is. And this on his right. On the right is Joachim, who is flying 4 X-Wings. He's got Wedge Antilles with the Asphalt and Swarm tactics to help someone else up to his same initiative in the engagement phase. He's got Thane Carell also with Swarm tactics and S-Foils. And he's got Garvin Drace with Predator and S-Foils, and a Red Squadron veteran with Predator and S-Foils. So there's a lot about shooting first with that squad, because potentially 3 ships shooting at the initiative 6, or 2 at 6 and 2 at 5. And with the focus token handing over from Garvin if he rolls an eye and uses his focus to a friend. So that's the potential for a very hard-hitting list, as long as he can shoot at the same target. And as you can see, Joachim has decided to set up his ships in a tight square formation at the bottom corner here, and he's been moving them as that the first round here, while Henrik has been moving slightly less in formation but still focusing in the same general spot here, coming in slightly diagonal from the top. So the question is here, of course, who can get the best initial engagement here, because Dalen and Fenrau can do some serious damage, and especially when one of them was double modded from Lando's potential coordinate here. So you could coordinate a focus to one of them and then they take the target lock themselves. Sunny Bounder is probably there just to be a blocker and being in the way of the X-Wings here. So Henrik is moving a bit quicker, most likely because Fenrau doesn't have the 1 straight, so he moves faster, and neither does Sunny Bounder, I believe. I don't think the Seek has the 1 straight. However, the Kimogila is not as maneuverable, so he needs to make this initial round of shooting really work. And there's also the risk of him losing Dalen before Dalen shoots, because if all the X-Wings shoot before him, which they probably will due to swarm tactics here, there is a risk of having Dalen taken off the table before he shoots even once. And Joachim just keeps doing the 1 straight to victory that Rebels have been known for all throughout X-Wing 1.0. Now we're into 2.0 here, so maneuvering is a bit more important because you don't get as much mods as you did in the end of 1.0 here. And so this is the third round, and both of these players are so far undefeated as they are playing on table 1. So whoever wins this game is in a good spot to get into the cut. They could potentially even lose their final game, depending on their MOV, which of course I have no idea right now how good or bad it is. So we see 1 heart or 1 banks from the X-Wings setting up shots. So this is a potentially No shots of Fenrau, and maybe 3 of the X-Wings will have shots, which is a good exchange for the rebels here. If you can have 3 ships shooting at 2, probably Sunnybounder and Dalen only, and you should have at least 3 X-Wings in range. Maybe not the bottom left one, I'm not really sure which one is which here yet, but the 2 in the front should be the Red Squadron and then Garvin now, who's been moving right now. And then here we have the Kimogila. Hopefully he's doing a really quick move with Fen as well to make sure all ships gets to shoot here. Yeah, I think he is. So I think we will have most ships shooting this turn. Yeah, he's coordinating a target lock to Dalen, who target locked, I think, Garvin. I think the bottom front X-Wing is Garvin Drace. And this should be Thane moving up, and then Wedge with another 2 bank. So I think everyone just unloads here into Dalen, because he could potentially take Dalen out, because Dalen's a 3, right? And this is Fen moving up. Well, shooting at Fen, if this is range 2, is also very tempting, because, I mean, he only has the focus token and only 4 hit points. It'll be interesting. So let's see, he's going to decide on swarm tactics here as the shooting starts. And if Dalen shoots, I think he has Garvin in his bullseye arc for the Dead to Right's ability to trigger, so Garvin cannot spend his focus token on defense. However, I think all of the X-Wings will have shot before we get there, so let's see how he is spending the swarm tactics. We'll just see in the order they shoot here, so. Let's see who he's targeting. Yeah, he's going to shoot the Kimogila. I think that's range 2 as well, because I think you could potentially just nuke it here. You have 12 red dice. So 2. And this should be Garvin, who spent the focus. And then, because he can't use it on defense anyway, so he's going to pass it to the Red Squadron. And now, do you spend the focus on defense here? I think you do, because there's going to be so much fire incoming. No, he did not, so he took 2 shields. Dalen, who should be shieldless now. And then we have 2 more. Might be an evade. So I think it's 1 more into Dalen. And now, yeah, he's rolling too soon. It's Fenrau now. And Fenrau is going to shoot at Garvin because he's the one without focus, and it's the ship that Dalen target locked. And he spends because I don't think Joachim's going to switch target now. So 3. And I think they're all eyes. So Garvin takes 2 shields and 1 damage. Which puts him on half points. And there's a crit involved, and we'll see if we can figure out what crit it is later. Okay, so let's see. We have Thane. Oh, that's a good roll. 3 hits. He decides to just make them hits because I think you're happy with that. So 3 more into Dalen. And then we have whoever is left, which should be the Red Squadron. Some discussion here, but let's see. That's also good too if you spend, but I think you do. Why wouldn't you? Or maybe this is Thane, so he's going to do this. This is Thane's ability. Okay, so now he's looking at his Dylan's damage cards and decides which one to expose, and which we don't know. But if there is a direct hit, it's going to be that one, or maybe a few leak. And then he spends the focus for no additional damage. So at least Dylan lives. He might be on 2 or 3 hit points left. I'm going to keep here on 3 because I think it's 3, unless there was a direct hit. Flipped by Thane, and now we are on to Lando, range 3. I guess you keep shooting at Garvin because he has no tokens. 1. And no, he's not shooting at him. Okay, so he went for the Red Squadron, who used his focus token. And now we're going to have the Kimogila shooting Proton Torpedo, and he's going to spend the target lock. For 4 hits, when one of those becomes a crit, and that blank rolls, which means Garvin should be dead. Okay, so slightly in the lead here for Henrik. After the initial joust, we have Sunny Bounder still to shoot. He might squeeze a damage through if he's lucky here. Hit and a crit. So he takes 1 shield on the Red Squadron, I believe. So, I mean, Henrik is a bit in the lead points-wise here, but Dylan should have a really hard time surviving, which means he won't shoot next turn at all. He should be dead before he shoots. We'll see if he can muck up the X-Wings formations with Sunny here, using Sunny for some blocking shenanigans. We have 3 bank. So the question is, of course, do the X-Wings rush past Sunny now to block the other ones? But then he might not have all ships shooting at the same target. But yes, he is doing a 3 bank with the Red Squadron veteran. This also might have Fenrau overshooting everyone, so potentially not much damage being dealt to either side this turn. So do you target lock here, or do you focus in case? He decides to focus. I mean, Lando there could just be doing a 1 straight for a range 1 shot. So now we have the Kimogila. That looks like a fast move. 3 straight. Okay, trying to either get away, causing a bump so Dylan doesn't die, and then hopefully being able to come around again for another damage round. And looks like he's reloading his Proton Torpedo. I think he will, I mean, yeah, why not? If he doesn't think anyone will be shooting him, he might as well be doing that. We could get the target locks for free now, since all the other ships move after you. Well, not all of them, but the high pilot skill or high initiative X-Wings. And then we have, this should be 2 bank from Lando, that's a bump. So 0.1 for Joachim there for that block. I guess he wanted to stay close enough to do the coordinate shenanigans. Now we have more quick. Ooh, this is 4K. He might actually fit. No, he was looking for something else. Yeah, he's going to be bumped then, so he's just going to move him along. The 4 straight template there, bumping into Sunny, which means he can exchange shots with Lando in the escape craft. And do we have the same here? Oh, there's a 1 straight. That might fit actually. And this should be wedge, which means if wedge fits that Lando escape craft, we'll have wedge and Thane shooting at it, which is never good. So, and he just might have, well, doesn't matter because the Kimigilla reloaded, so there won't be any shots coming from him. So the question is now, what did we do here? Is this a 2 bank or a 3 bank? 3 bank, that should bump. But you're only taking shots from wedge, if any. So potentially the X-Wings try to kill Lando and Fen is left untouched, or if wedge has Fen here, you have to go for Fen. So it's going to do the swarm tactics, which means Thane and wedge are both shooting at initiative 6 before Fen Rao. So now, yeah, let's see. Do you go for Fen? If wedge has Fen in arc, you should risk it, you know, not killing the escape craft here. So 2, rerolling 1 from elusive. So looks like he got it. Well, that's not elusive, that's Lando's ability. And let's see who we're shooting at with wedge. I mean, he did a smart thing, he shot with Thane first, because if he got the shuttle down to, you know, beneath shields, then he would have used. Ah, he had the Dalen arc. Okay, so wedge just made short work out of Dalen. Now Fen Rao is going to do some unmodified 5 dice here into wedge, I assume. So it could be all or nothing here. 2.5 is the average. And looks like he got only 1, 2 eyeballs, 2 blanks. And that's easily evaded by wedge. So that was lucky for Joachim a bit. Maybe 1 damage squeezing through there could have been average. And then we have Lando shooting at someone. Nothing, so it doesn't matter who he's shooting at. And then we have Sunny Bounder on wedge, range 1, 1, and evaded. So that was a good round for the Rebels. Took no damage, and he did 3 to Dela and 1 to the... no, nothing to the escape craft because he did reroll for evades. So let's see, do we just K-turn all the X-Wings here? I mean, the K-Wings have superior firepower except at range 1. And you need to be modded for Fen to matter. Not like this turn. So that's a K-turning Sunny Bounder at least. And then perhaps you move Lando to coordinate Fen, and then you can Talon roll Fen. So that's probably a Talon roll. Yeah. It's in a good position to shoot either Fen or Dalen. No, Dalen, Sunny Bounder. We have a 1 bang from Lando, clean stress, or and then he could, no, he can't. Yeah, and he has to coordinate to Fen, and then, yeah, it's got to be a. Ooh, but I think he blocks the 2 Talon roll there. So maybe he had, and the 1, 2, 3, 4K is potentially also blocked for Fen here. So maybe he needs to coordinate something else. He coordinates a target lock, I guess. Why not? Maybe he's one harding to the left with Fen, trying to pursue those X-Wings in case they K-turn. So it looks like they're doing exactly that. Marking Lando, so for King Thane. So a 1 hard with Fen here, if it fits, should be an okay move. I mean, you will take some shots from Wedge and maybe even the Red Squadron there, but it's all going to be unmodded. And you can still use your Concordan if you did the 1 hard. I think that's, I mean, if you want to have your guns on target, you do the 1 hard with Fen here. We'll see. Yep, it did the 1 hard. Now, will it fit? Yes. So I think this is a good one, and then you just focus here, and then you pray to your dice gods. I mean, you could barrel out and just take shots from Wedge, but then you don't have double modded shots. I mean, you do have. No, he does not have Fearless. He has Elusive. Yeah, tricky. I mean, you could potentially sacrifice Lando here because, you know, it's so tempting trying to kill Fenrir Outrange 1 there. But you do have the Conquer Down face-off ability of the ship. So, yeah. We'll see. The dice will decide here. Oh, of course, how stupid I am. Of course, he has linked actions, so he does a barrel and still get the focus token. Huh. I don't play Scum that often. So, yeah. And that means Thane is also initiative 6 now, which probably won't matter because he's shooting before Lando anyway. So you shoot Thane first, and if you get through the shields, you use Wedge to blow up the escape craft here. That has got to be the play. No, he's going to shoot with a Wedge first. Okay. I mean, potentially he wants damage cards to be flipped by Thane's ability. 3. Into Lando. I mean, imagine if that was into Fen, but no, it looks like everything. That might have been a dead. No, he has 1 hit point left. Okay. And let's see. Not enough. So that's a dead Lando Calrissian. And we don't now have a solid lead here, 97 to 49 for the Rebels. And we have Sunny Bounder. No, of course, we have Fenrir range 1. Target lock focus onto Thane. So this is going to hurt. Should be 5. You can just. No, he doesn't have Fearless. Yeah, he's going to spend his focus. Or something. And then Joachim rolled. Maybe a bit too fast there. There should be 4 damage into Thane. And a crit that we can't figure out, so at least. So if Thane dies next turn, Fenrir could pull this off here, because 1-on-1 or even 1 versus 2 with Wedge and the Red Squadron, Fen has the potential of winning that. And if Sunny Bounder lives 1 round 2 mana here and just gets in the way, spending his target lock, just 1 3 dice for Thane, that looks good. Should be into the next planning phase here, and there we're done, yes. So let's see if we can use this to get in the way. But I think the X-Wings are just going to do 1 straights because he wants to avoid a one hard from Fen here, even if Fen is stressed. He doesn't want to give him the chance to get behind him at once. Okay, so it's moving them in the wrong order, but doesn't matter. He forgot he should have moved the red squadron, but there's a bump. Yeah, Henrik pointed it out. You should have moved him first, but yeah, it didn't matter because they're not in the way of one another. So here's a bump into the back of Fen, which is still okay because you will probably have arc on Fen. You keep your stress. And then we have Wedge, who is also 1. No, he's just going 1 straight. So do you target lock Fen here? You don't think Fen is going to have a shot on you since he's stressed, right? Should work. No, just a focus. Well, of course, you focus because Sunny Bounder might be shooting him. And there is the hard too. I think it's going to be a bump. Yeah, he bumps into the back of Thane. Okay, so swarm tactics won't really matter, but yes, you can have your red squadron shoot before Fenrau, but Fenrau is without tokens, so it doesn't really matter in what order. I mean, yeah, you could potentially kill him if he's range 1, but I don't think you will. It's going to be unmodded on unmodded, and he gets an extra green if it's range 1. He's checking for Sunny Bounder, but dude, you have Fenrau. Try here, even if it's range 1 and he gets his bonus shenanigans, you might get lucky. And that looks like a 3. And he gets away with his ability, got 4 evades for Fen there. So, yeah. And then we have Wedge shooting into Sunny Bounder, and this might kill that poor little Zeke. 2 is average, which means Sunny should live here, because he has 4. Oh, he spent the focus for 3. And 1, so shield and a hit on Sunny Bounder. I mean, Sunny's also down to 2 points, or 2.5 points here. And that's all of the rebels, right? So Sunny Bounder, you should be shooting Wedge at range 1 here. One. And I think that's a shield. And I think it's of Wedge. I'm going to pretend that is what happened. Let's see if they can get out of this little cluster here now. So we have 3 straight by Sunny. Should clear. And I guess he wants to avoid the red squadron just doing a 1 bank in behind him. Ah, he's going to K-turn. That 1 bank might fit for the red squadron, will it? No. Maybe? Tricky with angles here. Potentially, maybe. We'll see. Well, he's doing the 1 bank the other way, so he just wants to have guns on Fen, I guess. Putting some pressure in case there's a K-turn or a Talon roll. Well, if there's a Talon roll, he might not have arc. Thane. Here's the Talon roll, I guess. No, heart 3. Oh, the other rock. Talon roll would have. Oh, maybe he was stressed. I don't know if that. No, that's a crit and a target lock, I think. But I think he took a shield. Well, there should be a damage card on Thane. Not a shield. So Thane should be down to 1. Yeah, he was stressed. Okay, that's why. And then we have Wedge, who is 4K'ing maybe, or 1 banking, 1 straighting. He's just resetting here. So this could be Henrik. Oh, he could barrel to block. If Fen does us 2 straight, he will kill Thane. And then it's anybody's game, and I would probably put my money on Fenrir then, but this is probably a good block because unmothered dice are unmothered dice, and that means Thane might live. We'll see what he did. Yeah, looks like he did the straight move. Yeah, it might fit. We'll see. It's going to be close. Yes, it fits. Nice move. And also nice attempt at blocking with the barrel. So I guess Thane is dead. So the question is, can the red squadron here, who's going to shoot first, sneak in damage on Fenrir? Because if you can half point Fenrir, so Fenrir still needs to chase, even if Thane dies here. We'll see. So range 2. Range 1, I assume. Or maybe he's shooting into Sunny Bounder, trying to get the Seek off the board. Yeah, he did. Okay. He's going for the points that he knows he can get. And then we have Fenrir with 3, 2 and a crit, I believe, and this cannot be done anything with. So Thane is off the board. So 128 to 100 points. So can Fenrir defeat Wedge and a red squadron with both being undamaged? I don't think so. I don't think so. But he does move last. But if the red squadron can keep, making sure he has to play slightly defensive, not risking the spending of a focus token or taking a target lock without punishment, I think the X-Wings got this. 4K, just to make sure in case. Yeah. Okay, he's just going to forward. I guess he focus boost now to get behind Wedge. But the thing is, for as long as you do that, you will be taking shots, or you'll be taking fire from the red squadron. So it was a nice move by Joachim here. I mean, it's easier when you have one ship more and one of them is Wedge, because even if Fen is good, I mean, rolling one less green die is dangerous even to him. So he's just going to take damage or a fire from the red squadron. And this looks like it's range 2 unobstructed. Let's see if they agree. So, okay, nothing, so it didn't really matter. And he rolled almost nothing. Okay, so that was a quick one. Back to dials. Heart 2 from Fen here, and the red squadron 1 banks. 2 hearts in. 2 hearts in. And Wedge's move will probably be 2 bank to the left here. he needs to put his red squadron in between so he can either run for a round with his S4s closed like this, yes, and then flip around without risking having Fen at range 1 chasing him. This has to be hard too, yeah. And then he needs to boost and focus and hope he can do more damage to whatever X-Wing he shoots at. I guess he might only have Wedge in arc if he boosts instead of the Red Squadron, and then hope the Red Squadron doesn't do too much damage back. So yep, boost focus. And is that, I guess he wants it to be range 1. Well, maybe not. I mean, he can get one for free. It's tricky. I guess you want range 1 anyway. Is the X-Wing unmodded, or did he get a focus token? I don't remember. Let's see. So, Fen shoots first. I guess he forgot Swarm Tactics here, or maybe it's out of range 1. Ooh, he spends the focus. And that looks like 1 evade, so I think shields down on Wedge at least, and maybe 1 damage. I think there was 1 damage as well, squeezing through. And now, do we get any damage back on Fen? There was a focus 2 hits, and he flips for super evade. So it was a good round for Henrik. He's clawing his way back in. It's if Wedge is at half, which I'm not entirely sure he was, but I think there were 2 damage going through. And then we're at 128, 128, so exactly the same. And he decides to target lock Fen here because there's no way Fen is going to shoot him unless Fen K-turns, and I don't think he will because then Wedge will be killing him. So what do you do now? Do you do a 3 straight? Does that fit, or does he get blocked? Yeah, he gets blocked. So that was a good move by the Red Squadron. And now let's see if Wedge can well, I don't think he can finish him off here, but at least put him at half, taking the lead again. Oh, he might be out of range. He was just out of range. So that was lucky for Fen that turn. And now we do have something here. It's another key turn, I guess. You could go 1 or a 1 bank, just try to be in the way, or you could just try to have as many guns on target as possible, and then you have a pretty quick move here, I believe. So in case he bumps, he's in the other one's arc. Nope. Just 1 straight. Focus. Do we have a 2 bank, the noblest of maneuvers? And I assume we're going to boost focus here because you are Fen Rao. And then we're going to have the dice decides. The boosting dice of Fen or the removing dice of Wedge ability. Let's see which one is better here. And remember, Wedge might be at 4 hit points. I'm not entirely sure if 1 or 2 squeeze. Why do you do that now? You can't shoot anyway. You have to do that when it's your turn to shoot. Oh well. It won't. Well, yeah, we're only giving more information to Fen if he wants to spend his focus or not. So, do you do 4 hits here to get a guaranteed a crit through? You will remove 1 die from Fen. Yeah, I think you do. I mean, why not? And he's gonna get just 1. And I don't know what it is, but it's a crit. That says something really bad, probably for Fen. I mean, it could have been a weapons disable or the other one that makes you roll 1 less red die. That would have been nice if you're Wedge. So now it's Fen. 5 dice with a focus. Ooh. That's just really disappointing if you're Fen Rao. Just 2. And he natties 2 evades. Wedge Gentil is for the win. Okay, that was really good for the rebel player. That could have really changed the game, because if he would have killed Wedge there, or at least done some serious damage, Fenn could have just ran away. Okay, one bank. Barrel getting his arc as much as possible to wherever Fenn might be, unless if Fenn does the, the bug out move, 3 straight boost away here to the left. And of course Fenn has to go for the win here if they know the point standing. It's 6 versus 3 final salvo in favor of the rebels. So there's another 4K. Wedge just setting up for the next run. And let's see what Fenrir did. He just went 1 forward. So oh, he got the ionized thingy damage. Okay, that's horrible. Okay, this could be the end of Fenn here, because, well, Wedge has no mods, but he's still shooting 3 dice into 2 dice. Just 1. Doubles, so Nutties works on both sides here. And then we have the other guy, but he has a target lock here, I think. Yeah, he decides to spend it. Why not? 3. And using elusive. Or not. No, he's just going to use his focus. So Fenn just eased out of that one as well. So here's a Talon roll. No, 3 hard. Yeah, why would he Talon roll there? 3 hard, focus. See if he guesses the correct direction of the turn for Fenn here. Wedge just slow rolls up behind him and takes a focus in case there's a Talon roll here to the right. I guess that's the potential move. Yeah, you could do it either way, but yeah, the right. It's the less obvious one, so I guess you go for that in case of the other X-Wing wants to chase you and make it tricky. So yeah, so it's going to be another face-off, but this time Fenn has no mods and it's not range 1. So this is exactly where Wedge wants him. So it's all gone down to these dice. That looks like 3 hits. This could be the end of Fenn. This looks like an eye. Elusive for nothing. And Fenrir is dead. So good game, guys. Nice dogfighting between those Initiative 6 aces. Okay, turning a lot. Jockeying for position. There's a lot of what X-Wing 2.0 is. Not as much, just, have the right cards and always have mods. And I have no idea what they're doing right now, but they're checking something. Okay, maybe what if I have K-turn instead or something like that. Okay, so that was round 3, which means Joachim is in a good spot for actually moving into the cut here. He could potentially even lose his last game and still make it. Okay, so I hope I'll see you back here in a bit when round 4 will be available. So I will see you then. Thank you for watching.